The truth about anxiety. It's not your enemy. It's your wake-up call. Hey, you. Yes, you. The one lying awake at 2 a.m., heart racing, mind spiraling over tomorrow's meeting, that unanswered text, or the vague dread of what if it all falls apart? You're not alone. Millions of Americans feel it too. That invisible weight pressing on your chest, stealing your breath, making your thoughts run wild even when everything seems fine. It's anxiety, and it's relentless. But what if I told you that this feeling isn't a flaw to fix or a curse to escape? What if anxiety is trying to tell you something? Something big, something deep, something that could change your life. You've probably tried it all. Deep breathing, meditation apps, therapy, maybe even medication. You've read the self-help books, watched the motivational videos, and still that restless knot in your stomach doesn't budge. You're tired of fighting it, aren't you? Tired of pretending everything's okay when, deep down, it's not. Well, buckle up, because this isn't another list of 5 ways to tame your anxiety. We're diving deeper into the raw, uncomfortable truth about what anxiety really is, why it's there, and how it might just be the wake-up call you've been ignoring. By the end of this, you won't see anxiety the same way. You might even start to see it as a teacher, not a tormentor. Ready to face it? Let's go. The trap of chasing security. You know that feeling when you're scrolling through your phone and a notification pops up, a work email, a news alert, a social media post, and suddenly your heart's pounding? Or maybe it's not even that obvious. Maybe you're just sitting there, sipping coffee, and out of nowhere, your mind starts racing. What if I screw up that presentation? What if I'm not good enough? What if I lose everything? That's anxiety. And it's not just in your head, it's in your body, your breath, your entire being. It's like an alarm that won't shut off, and it's exhausting. Here's the kicker. That alarm isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. The problem isn't the alarm, it's what's setting it off. And what's setting it off is something we're all guilty of, chasing security in a world that's anything but secure. Alan Watts, the philosopher who brought Eastern wisdom to the West, nailed it when he said, "The desire for security and the feeling of insecurity are the same thing." Think about that for a second. The harder you try to lock down a safe future, a perfect job, a flawless relationship, a bulletproof life, the more anxious you get. Why? Because deep down, you know life doesn't work that way. It's messy, unpredictable, and constantly changing. And that's where the tension comes from. You're fighting a battle you can't win. In America, we're obsessed with control. We're told to hustle, to plan, to secure the bag. We set 5-year goals, buy insurance for everything, and track our lives on apps that promise to make us better, stronger, happier. But the more we try to control the future, the more we lose touch with the only moment we actually have, right now. Watts called this living like a ghost, stuck between a past that's gone and a future that hasn't happened. You're not living, you're planning to live. And that's where anxiety creeps in, whispering, "What if it all goes wrong?" So what are you afraid of? Failure, rejection, losing someone you love? Or maybe it's bigger, aging, illness, death? Whatever it is, anxiety is your mind's way of reacting to the uncertainty of life. It's not a glitch, it's a signal. But instead of listening to it, we try to drown it out with distractions, Netflix binges, endless scrolling, or another glass of wine. Spoiler alert, that doesn't work. The more you run from anxiety, the louder it gets. Watts says it's like trying to grab water with your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips away. The only way out is through, accepting that life is uncertain, impermanent, and beautifully chaotic. Your body's stuck in survival mode. Okay, let's get real for a minute. Anxiety isn't just in your head, It's in your body. Your racing heart, sweaty palms, that tight knot in your chest. That's your biology doing what it's been doing for millions of years, trying to keep you alive. To understand this, we need to talk about Robert Sapolsky, a neuroscientist who wrote, "Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers." His big question is, why do humans stress ourselves sick while animals in the wild don't? The answer is both simple and mind-blowing. Picture a zebra on the African savanna. A lion shows up, and boom! The zebra's body goes into overdrive. Adrenaline surges, heart rate spikes, muscles tense, ready to sprint. That's the fight-or-flight response, and it's a masterpiece of evolution. If the zebra escapes, its body calms down, stress hormones drop, and it goes back to grazing like nothing happened. No therapy needed, no Xanax required. Now compare that to you. You're not dodging lions, but your body thinks you are. That email from your boss, that argument with your partner, that random thought about paying your bills, your brain treats them like predators. Your heart races, your breath shortens, and your body stays on high alert, sometimes for hours, days, or even years. Sapolsky's point is that our stress system, designed for short-term survival, is being hijacked by modern life. We're not built to stay in fight-or-flight mode 24/7, but that's exactly what's happening. You're lying in bed, worrying about a deadline or replaying a conversation, and your body's acting like you're running from a bear. The result? Chronic stress that messes with everything. Your sleep, your digestion, your immune system, even your sex drive. Over time, it can lead to serious stuff. Heart disease, depression, you name it. Your body's not broken, it's just stuck in a world it wasn't designed for. Here's the wild part. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real threat, like a lion, and an imagined one, like, what if I'm not good enough? Sapolsky calls this the power of anticipation. You can stress yourself out just thinking about something that might happen. That's why you can be safe at home, with food in the fridge and a roof over your head, but still feel like the world's about to end. Your ancient brain is screaming, "Survive!" while you're just trying to survive a Monday. Why fighting anxiety makes it worse. So if anxiety is a natural response, part biology, part philosophy, why does it feel so awful? Because we're fighting it. We're told anxiety is a problem to solve, a weakness to overcome. Pop a pill, download an app, fix yourself. But what if that's the wrong approach? What if fighting anxiety is like wrestling a shadow? It just keeps coming back stronger. Watt says the root of our suffering isn't reality itself, it's our resistance to it. You want life to be predictable, stable, safe. But life's not like that. Jobs end, relationships shift, bodies age. The more you cling to the idea of a perfect future, the more anxious you get when things don't go according to plan. It's like trying to hold on to a wave. It's gone before you even touch it. Anxiety is the friction between what you want life to be and what it actually is. Sapolsky backs this up with science. When you're constantly stressed, your body's stress hormones, like cortisol and adrenaline, stay elevated. Over time, they wear you down. Your brain starts to rewire itself, making you more anxious, not less. It's a vicious cycle. You feel anxious, you try to control it, you fail, you feel guilty, and then you're even more anxious. Sound familiar? Here's the game changer. What if you stopped fighting? What if instead of seeing anxiety as the enemy, you saw it as a messenger? A signal that something in your life, your habits, your priorities, your way of thinking, needs to shift? Anxiety isn't trying to ruin you. It's trying to wake you up. It's your body and mind saying, "Hey, something's off. Pay attention." Listening to anxiety's message. Let's get personal. Think about the last time you felt anxious. Maybe it was a tight deadline, a fight with a friend, or just that vague sense of dread you couldn't shake. What was it trying to tell you? Maybe you're overworked, chasing a career that doesn't light you up. Maybe you're in a relationship that feels more like a mask than a connection. Or maybe you're so caught up in what's next, that you've forgotten how to live now. Anxiety is like a smoke alarm. It's loud, annoying, but it's there to protect you. The question is, are you listening? Watts would say anxiety is what happens when you're living out of alignment with reality. You're trying to be someone you're not, perfect, in control, unbreakable, but that's not who you are. You're human, messy, and beautifully imperfect. The moment you stop pretending, the moment you let go of the need to have it all together, anxiety starts to lose its grip. Not because it's gone, but because you're no longer fighting it. You're letting it be. Sapolsky adds another layer. Your body's stress response is intelligent. It's trying to protect you from danger, even if that danger is just a thought. But when you ignore it, repress it, or try to power through, you're telling your body to stay in survival mode. That's when anxiety becomes chronic, turning from a helpful signal into a destructive force. The way out. Listen to your body. Feel the tension. Notice the racing thoughts. And don't run from them. Just be with them. This isn't about fixing anxiety overnight. It's about changing your relationship with it. Instead of seeing it as a flaw, see it as a guide. It's pointing you toward what's out of balance, whether it's a job that's draining you, a life that's too rushed, or a mind that's stuck in the future. The question is, are you brave enough to listen? Coming back to the present. All right, let's talk about how to actually do this, because understanding anxiety is one thing, but living differently is another. The good news? You don't need a guru, a retreat, or a fancy app. You just need to come back to where life happens, the present moment. Watts was obsessed with this idea. He said the secret to life is being fully engaged with what you're doing right now. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. But let's be real. That's easier said than done. Your mind's probably already jumping to your to-do list or that thing you forgot to do yesterday. That's okay. The goal isn't to stop thinking, it's to stop letting your thoughts run the show. Here's where Sapolsky's science comes in clutch. Your body is your ally in this. Simple, intentional actions can pull you out of your head and back into the now. Try this. Next time you feel anxiety creeping in, pause. Take a slow, deep breath. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Do it again. Notice how your body feels. The air moving through your lungs, the weight of your feet on the floor. This isn't just some yoga nonsense, it's biology. Slowing your breath tells your brain, hey, we're safe. It lowers cortisol, calms your nervous system, and breaks the cycle of panic. But it's not just about breathing. Move your body, go for a walk, stretch, dance like nobody's watching. Sapolsky's research shows physical movement helps regulate stress hormones. Sleep matters too. Your brain can't handle stress if you're running on 4 hours of sleep and 3 cups of coffee. And don't underestimate the power of connection. Talk to a friend, hug someone you love, pet your dog. Human connection signals safety to your nervous system. Now here's the deeper practice. Observe your anxiety. Don't judge it. Don't try to make it go away. Just watch it. Notice the tightness in your chest, the racing thoughts, the urge to distract yourself. This is what psychologists call emotional regulation, but Watts would call it surrender. It's about letting the wave of anxiety pass through you without fighting it. The more you practice this, the less power it has. You're not erasing anxiety. You're learning to coexist with it. Anxiety as a teacher, here's the big shift. What if anxiety isn't something to get rid of? What if it's part of your journey, a sign that you're awake, aware, and alive? In a world that tells you to hustle, achieve, and never slow down, anxiety is your body's way of saying, hold up, something's not right. It's a call to look inward, to question the rat race, to reconnect with what really matters. Watts saw anxiety as a symptom of living unconsciously, chasing goals, roles, and identities that don't fit who you are. You're not anxious because you're broken. You're anxious because you're sensitive. You're picking up on the chaos of a world that's moving too fast, demanding too much, and promising too little. That's not weakness. That's clarity. Sapolsky's science backs this up. Your stress response is proof that your body is doing its job, trying to protect you. But when it's triggered by endless emails, social media comparisons, or existential dread, it's a sign that your life might be out of alignment. Maybe you're working a job that feels meaningless. Maybe you're surrounded by people who don't see the real you. Or maybe you're so busy planning for tomorrow that you're missing today. The invitation here is to stop running. Stop trying to fix yourself and start listening. What's your anxiety telling you? Is it time to slow down? To let go of a toxic relationship? To chase a dream you've been putting off? Anxiety isn't the enemy. It's the spark that can light the way to a more authentic life. Your next step, you've made it this far, and that's no small thing. You're facing something most people avoid. The truth about anxiety. It's not a defect, it's a signal. It's not a curse, it's a teacher. But knowing this isn't enough. You've got to act on it. Start small. Today, try one thing to ground yourself in the present. Take a walk, breathe deeply, or just sit and notice the world around you. Pay attention to what your anxiety is pointing to. Is it a job, a habit, a fear? Write it down, talk it out, or share it with someone you trust. If this resonates with you, I've got something to help you go deeper. My ebook, Beyond the Shadow, breaks down these ideas with practical tools to understand yourself and your anxiety. It's inspired by thinkers like Carl Jung, Watts, and Sapolsky, but it's written for you, someone who's ready to face the truth and make a change. Check the link below to grab it. And hey, let me know what hit you the hardest. Drop a comment. What part of this made you pause? What's your anxiety trying to tell you? Your story might just help someone else who's feeling the same way. If you found value here, hit that subscribe button. We're diving into more raw, unfiltered truths about psychology, philosophy, and what it means to be human.